My dad used to have an expression. You don't measure success on whether or not you've been knocked down. It's how quickly you get back up, because everybody gets knocked down. The measure is getting back up. That's the story of this country. It has never failed to get back up.
Joe is salt of the earth. He's somebody who hasn't forgotten the people in those communities where he grew up.
People in my neighborhood don't like the phrase working class. The guys I grew up with, their mothers mostly didn't work back in those days, and their fathers didn't go to college, but they were proud. And if you asked them what they were middle class.
My dad tells it like it is. From the time he was a kid in Scranton, who people made fun of because he stuttered, to a young man who gets elected to the United States Senate when he was 29 years old, starts a campaign no one thought they could win.
The thing that I'm proudest of is the fact that the people in the state of Delaware have elected me 6 times in a row because I think they believe I haven't lost their voice.
My dad experienced great triumph along with my family, but also great tragedy. Losing my mom and my sister in an automobile accident that my brother and I survived. What my dad did then was he came to my bedside and my brother's, and he's never left it.
When Joe was just elected, he made the commitment to take the train every single day to be home with the children. And no matter where he is or what he's doing, if one of the children call, he stops and takes the call.
I had 4 children. I lost one, but I have 3 lovely children. They're each other's best friends.
He's a wonderful father. He's an exceptional grandfather. And that's really what it's about for him.
There are very few people who have the depth of experience of Joe Biden, not only as the head of the Judiciary Committee, as the head of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, but he's also been at the forefront on critical legislation.
The things I'm most proud of in my career are writing and passing the Violence Against Women Act. We brought down violent crime with the crime bill that I drafted.
Joe has unequaled foreign policy credentials. He's consulted with presidents, has personal relationships with many world leaders. He's somebody who, on the Iraq War, was willing to speak out, and when he saw that the Bush administration wasn't using that authority properly.
When you see the abuse of power, you've got to speak. Whether it's a parent slapping around a child, or a president taking a nation to war that cost lives that was not a necessary war. That's abuse of power.
Joe is truly a leader, and I think he has such strength of character. I think people know that they can believe in him. They know that he wants change, and I think they know that the country will change with Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
The most important thing that Joe offers is his honesty. And I can't imagine a more effective advocate in the vice presidency to bring about the changes that we need here in America.
The middle class in this country has never been as unsure of their future, and we've never been as isolated. And if we don't change that in the next 4 years, we're locked in for a decade. And Barack Obama has been very explicit about how he's going to level the playing field for the firemen and the cops and the linemen and the salespersons and the nurses to improve their circumstance so their next generation is better off than they were. I think Barack and I will work as a team great. I can hardly wait to help him turn this country around.